So you are from Nigeria and you are trying to buy from Alibaba and you don't know how to go about it. So in this video, I'm going to be walking you through the step-by-step process on how you can buy from Alibaba if you are from Nigeria. I'm going to walk you through the practical process. There's going to be a practical process on how you can buy from Alibaba. And I'm also going to be explaining one or two things you have to keep in mind when you are buying from Alibaba so that you will not made mistake along the line. So without further ado, let's jump right into the video. Alright, so I know most people want to be doing this on phone, so that is why I don't want to use PC. So the first thing you want to do is to download the app on phone, or you can just go to alibaba.com, but I prefer to use the app. So once you download the app, you can download it on your Android or your iPhone. So once you download, just open it. Once you open it, the first thing you are going to do is to register for an account if you are planning to pay yourself. But if you are not planning to pay yourself, you can just continue this process without registering your account. Maybe you have a procurement agent you want to send the link to after you find the product, then you can just go ahead without registering for an account. But if you don't have a procurement agent that you want to work with, you want to create an account first. So let me show you. Alright, so you are going to click on this place that said my Alibaba. Let me circle it, this down part. Click on it. Then once you click on it, you are going to see this sign up or sign in. So sign in or sign up, so click on that one as well. So once you click on this, you will be able to sign in using your Google, Facebook, or just email. So I prefer to sign in using my Google account, so I'm just going to click on Google. Alright, so I've signed into my account. The first thing is to download the app, then you register for an account, then you can now go ahead and start looking for the products you want to buy. Now there are different ways you can buy products here. You can see there are different ways you can do this. You can come here and search for the product, or you can use this camera icon right here, this camera icon. So but before you use this camera icon, that means you already have the image of the product you want to buy on your phone. So it all depends on you, but for me, I'm just going to search for some smartwatch. I'm just using this as an example. So smartwatch, let me just use ordinary smartwatch. So once I click on smartwatch, it's going to show me different version of smartwatch and their price and everything. One thing we want to ignore here is to ignore the price, because at the end of the day, 90% of the time, the price you are going to get here is not what you are going to pay when you contact the supplier. Some of them tend to increase the price, but if you have, you can negotiate very well, you are going to get sometimes cheaper. Another thing you want to also do is that you want to filter this out. You want to come here and filter it. Click on filter. Then what I want you to filter is, there is what they call trade assurance on Alibaba, right? So trade assurance, that trade assurance is when you buy from supplier and you are 100% protected by Alibaba. So you can see the trade assurance here, you can see it here. So just click on it. I want to check mark it. Alright, so once you enable the trade assurance, just click on show results. So it's going to show you the results of the supplier. So if you trade with any of the supplier now and they send you the wrong item or the deal do not go well, you can easily request for refund. So right now, one thing about Alibaba is that sometimes if you want to buy, depending on the kind of products you are trying to buy, sometimes you want to buy a product and they will see that your minimum quantity is going to be like 50, 100, 20. But right here you can see that we have minimum quantity of 1, we have 2 pieces and all that. So just find the supplier you want to work with, and once you find the supplier, the next thing you want to do is to read their review. Although sometimes the review does not really matter, but it's better to read it than not to read it at all. So I'm just going to try and check one of the supplier here so that I can work with them. So let me just click on this. Alright, so once I click on it, I'm going to scroll down a little bit. You can see this is the review, and there's other information like on-time delivery rates and all that, the total review on their store. So this particular review is the review of the products you click on, but sometimes the product don't usually have review. You see, this is the store review, this is the product review. You can see there's no review about the product, but you can see the product, the store review is 4.7. The store you want to work with, you should work with store with review of 4.5 to 4.9. If you see 5-star review, then if it's more than 10 people with 5-star review, then something is suspicious. But it's just 2 or 3 people and it has 5-star review, it's still normal. But basically you want to work with people that have 4.5 to 4.9. That is the kind of people you want to work with. So you can see the other product they have here that they are review, and you can just scroll a little bit and read the review. In most cases, you are going to get some negative review. You are going to see some negative review here. So it is very normal to get a negative review, to see the negative review on their store. So once you're able to find the product or the supplier you want to work with, the next thing you want to do is to click on this chart now. You can see it down here, chart now. Now, the mistake you don't want to make is click on this start order. If I click on this start order now, and let's see what happened. You can see if I scroll down a little bit, okay, I think this is reasonable, and the reason is probably because I put my China address. But in your case, they are going to detect the address automatically, and the shipping is going to be very high because these people use FedEx and the other big companies. You can also get it fast if you use them, but in most cases, you don't want to use their shipping of the manufacturer to your country. The reason why this one was low is because it was shipped within China to China, and I'm going to talk about that later in the video. But basically what you want to do is to click here, dash this chart now, and it's going to load. All right, so once it loads, one thing I want you to notice is that if you check up here, you are going to see the time here. You are going to see that right now in China it's 8:29 a.m. Meanwhile, if you check my own time right up here, right, if you check my own time up here, you can see that my time here is 1:29 a.m. but in China they are in 8:29 a.m. So which means they are 7 hours faster than us. So 7 hours ahead of us. So once you want to chat with the supplier and want to get a quick response, probably you want to do it maybe in the midnight or maybe early in the morning, 5, 6 in the morning. Anything 11, 12, then probably they are going to be going towards evening and night in China. We are going to chat the supplier and tell them you want to buy it, the product, what is the price or the quantity you want to buy. And once they give you the price, you are going to negotiate. Basically, you are going to negotiate. They are going to ask for your shipping address. You are going to give them a China shipping address. I'm going to talk about that later in the video. And after that, you will be prompt to make payment and all that. But basically, that is how you can buy from Alibaba. So once you get here, you just want to send them anything you want to send them here. Just how much is this? I need few pieces of like 20 pieces of this and all that. Or you can just send it like this. You can see like there are some options here. Up here, you can see start order, mini site, logistic inquiry, and 5 a complaint. So you could just want to type anything you want to type. I don't want to chat with this supplier because I don't have intention of buying from the supplier. I'm just using this as a practical. All right, as I said earlier, once you search for the products, you can like message different supplier. It's not a must to message a supplier. At least you can message like 10 supplier of the same product, because at the end of the day, some of the suppliers are not going to reply you. Some of them are not going to agree to your price. There's 1 or 2 things that is going to come up that you might not buy from the supplier. So you want to message at least maybe like 10 suppliers. Depends on you, but You don't want to message just one supplier. As I mentioned earlier, you want to check the review. If the product does not have the review, just check the store review. Then you want to check the trade assurance. The trade assurance is going to protect you just in case the supplier send you a wrong product or uncompleted product. This way, you can easily request for refund and you are going to get your refund. Now, one of the most important things you are going to need for you to do all these things is you are going to need a shipping address and the payment method. Now, if you are using a procurement agent, then you might not have to worry about the payment method. But if you are not using a procurement agent, what you can actually do is that you can use a dollar card. If you don't have dollar card from your bank, which I don't think is going to work, you can use dollar card from Gray, GigPay, or other virtual dollar card you are going to find out there. But personally, I usually use PayPal. What I do is that I have my dollar card, which is my prepaid dollar card, linked to my PayPal account. Then once I place the order, PayPal is going to deduct the money from my account. Then Alibaba is going to take it. Before the last time I tried to pay with my UBA prepaid dollar card, the payment did not actually went through. It was declined. So, but when I link the card to my PayPal and make the payment actually went through. So I usually pay with PayPal with the card link into the PayPal account. Then the second thing is going to be the shipping address. If you want to ship from Alibaba to Nigeria, it's not going to be possible. Alibaba and AliExpress is different. On AliExpress, you can easily ship from AliExpress to Nigeria straight without any issue. Like everything is going to be normal. But if you want to do that on Alibaba, they are going to cost your neck, because the logistic company they work with, they are like, let me just say, premier or VIP logistic company like FedEx and others. So the best thing is to provide a China address. So you have to work with the China shipping company that ship to Nigeria. Now, most of the China shipping companies ship to Lagos, but they can also bill it to you once the item arrives to Nigeria. So you might not have to worry much about it, because some people live at, let's just say, Enugu, and they are looking for China shipping company that are based in Enugu. That might be a little bit difficult to find, even though you are going to find it. But if you use some shipping company, they are going to bill it for you once your item arrive to Nigeria, to your state. Now, which shipping company do I recommend? I've already created a video on the 7 shipping company I use, or some of my colleagues use. You can check the description of this video or check up here. You are going to find the video on the 7 shipping company. You can just choose the one you want to use. Most of the shipping companies are reliable. They are not perfect, but you are 100% protected that these people are real and you are going to get your goods at the end of the day. So I said earlier, just check the description of this video to find out about the 7 shipping company. Now, another thing I want to talk about is a lot of people, when they want to buy from Alibaba, they usually request for sample. I see this as a trap, because I've fallen into this trap before, where they are going to request for a sample. They are going to send you a very high quality sample. Then once you buy in large quantity, they are going to send you rubbish. So what we want to avoid is avoid sample at all costs. And what you can actually do is that instead of you requesting for sample, you can actually pretend that you want to buy more. So you can buy 5 pieces of the product. Depending on the product, some of the products, like, you might have to buy like 50 pieces, 20 pieces. But what I'm trying to say is that don't buy much of the product and don't request for sample. You can just buy a few pieces of the product before you actually buy in bulk, because sample is usually trapped most of the time. So that is going to be the last thing I'm going to talk about in this video. My name is Sam Green. If you find this video helpful, kindly give this video a thumbs up so that more people like you can get to see this video. Share this video with your friends, subscribe to this channel, turn on the bell notifications so that anytime I drop a new video just like this, you'll be among the first people to be notified.